today we have an equally exciting lineup of sessions designed to push the boundaries of innovation and uncover new strategies and inspire the next big breakthroughs in the startup ecosystem. So let's keep that momentum going and dive into day 2 with the same enthusiasm and curiosity that made yesterday such a success.
I hope you all had a fantastic time yesterday. Of course, you are in store for another exciting and an insight-filled day today. As we explore new opportunities in emerging sectors, we are excited to inspire the next generation of innovators and entrepreneurs in the Philippines for the very first time.
I noticed that the audience here are very interested in learning new things. They ask very insightful questions. They're very, very friendly. This is my first time in the Philippines, in Manila. So, I'm seeing really, the Filipino friendliness that I've heard so much about.
I love working with startups because from the land where I come from, there are 70,000 plus, right? And startups are very vibrant. And the best part that I love is they hustle, they fail fast, and they regain back and with the same enthusiasm.
Being the entrepreneurs, being constantly thinking about building products that we are, we just had to ask why. And that why just kept grating at us until we ultimately started to dig into the problem more and understood the size and scope of it.
Gateway and Echelon, we are sharing the same direction. It's the ecosystem. For Echelon, it will be mainly for the startup ecosystem, connecting everybody such as startup, investor, and also the mentor together. I'm very, very happy that I'm participating here today.
Echelon has been ongoing in Singapore for the past decade or so. So they've brought this together with BrainSpark and E27, of course. So we are very excited for how this will really fire up the Philippine ecosystem.
For me, it's important to always be curious, right? Triangulate data from all sources and try and fit it together and spend a lot of time with your customers, right? So I spend a lot of time with my drivers, even if my Tagalog is okay, right? But I like to spend time with them to understand, what are their dreams and aspirations, what are their needs, the pain points that they face, and how we can help them.
Great local talent, bringing this talent inside the house and making sure that we grow lots of high quality local people, local talent within the organization. So that's been a very important focus for us. I think we're spending lots of time with universities. We're spending lots of time, just making sure that we bring the right sort of capability.
That we really wanted to do something that supports the ecosystem. One of the things that I really love about E27 and Echelon is that it truly has been a player where it supports local growth, and we wanted to be part of something that had that spirit of supporting local ecosystem growth.
As a business solution provider, I think there's so much value in connecting with all walks of business people, from investors like what you mentioned. I think for startups, it's refreshing to see they're very open to different solutions available like us. For investors, we can partner and how we can, empower the businesses that are growing here in the Philippines locally. And I think that already translates to different verticals as well.
Don't be locked into just the Philippines. I think it's very dangerous for an entrepreneur to say, okay, I only want to grow the Filipino market. Right? So let's expand beyond that. No, we can build a great, hungry team in the Philippines. It's got a great market that allows us to go beyond the Philippines, and it allows us to kind of serve other markets well.
People have a use case. They are very practical. They're all ready to execute. Maybe they are now looking at what the funds would be, how will the costing be, what will be the partnership be. So I think it's a good place to network, learn each other, and take it up from here.
Being part of Echelon and what E27 BrainSpark did really is, helping create and craft that story more beautifully. At the same time, get to other people to understand and be part of that story.
That's where great things happen. And collaboration starts with intent in building relationships. Because if it comes in, you come in and just like, hey, I want to be transactional about this. Hey, I just want to get this from that. And you're not willing to invest and reciprocate value. Does it have to be in the form of money, time, effort? Just add value. If you're adding value to your fellow startup founders and other players in the ecosystem, that will go back to you.
For me, Echelon is something that's very special to bring together the startup space, the corporates, the investors. It's great that Echelon's doing this for the first time here in the Philippines. The energy is amazing. So please look out for it next year and come back to experience this.
So if you're a startup founder that's looking to make your mark in the ecosystem, Echelon is the place to be. This is the place where you can network, you can find potential co-founders, customers.
Really, it's essential part of our business. That's why I suggest to visit Echelon events, and yeah, see you in Echelon.
I was mentoring someone who's trying to get an internship out of Colombia. And so she asked me, hey, what's the one thing that I can, what's my freebie advice from an old man, right? So, hija, what I was telling her was, one of the challenges is you will be faced with situations where it will be tough. And then you have to ask yourself whether this is really worth it. Just because it feels like you're going through it, just remember, you're not the only one that's gone through it. And that there's lots of people that will actually be happy to help if you ask.
Believe in what you're doing, have strong conviction over the business case that you're providing, and show up for the pitches, show up for the meetings, the networking. Make your presence seen, felt, and heard. Go out and tell your story, because we need to be our own advocates. If you won't advocate for yourself, very few people will. So it really has to start with our conviction, and then go out there and be bold and share your story and build your business and collaborate with as many people as you can in the ecosystem.